So think of some agents that a person who has been diagnosed with some issues. Let's say a person is a cancer patient. So think of some agents that this cancer patient actually need. Uh, think of some doctors, think of some consulting appointments that this cancer patient really want so that he can actually move forward in his life with certainty. So the agent one would be a doctor that knows all of his history, a doctor that has all of his medical records. And then the second doctor would be his nutritionist or anyone who has all the knowledge of his past history, of his past medical records. So this could be his personal nutritionist. And the third agent would be anyone who would be there for his palliative care. So now, as a cancer patient, if I ask about some questions uh, uh, related to what was the summary of my last CT scan. So this supervisor last CT scan summary. So this supervisor going to route this question towards this agent one. What if I ask, uh, what vitamins should I consider while I'm taking this tablet? What vitamins should I take when I'm on these tablets? When I am taking XYZ tablets. So this question would be routed towards the second agent, towards the nutritionist, who have the complete understanding of what are the tablets this person is taking and how he can perfectly align it towards the nutritionist. And then the third question would be if your cancer patient is having some issues with his health, this if he's having any health issues, it is going to direct it towards the palliative care person. So consider all of these agents, they have their own personalities, they have their own skills, they have their own personas. They have been built meticulously based on the agentic information we have built on it. And having said that, then you build a supervisor or a router agent that is actually going to route these queries towards a certain ideas, or think of an idea that it needs a consolidator sometimes, and the consolidator would look like something that this agent would be directed towards from this after getting this medical records. It is going to send all of this information to the nutritionist, send information, and based on this information, I'm going to get the final answer. So this is the context I'm sending it towards the nutritionist. And having said that, this would be a consolidator workflow. It would look something similar to what we have learned here, that this is your nutritionist agent, or you have your medical records over here, and then you pass those medical records to the third agent to actually give you some ideas about what is your medical history. And then once you have your medical history records, and then you can pass it towards the third agent, which will be your nutritionist, and it is going to advise you based on that. So it is going to give you advice on what vitamins you should take. So that's the overall theoretical part of it. Why do we really need workflows? What are router workflows? And now we're gonna move towards the hands-on exercise. And as I've said before, I'm gonna give you guys the access to the slide decks and give you guys the access to the notebooks. so that you guys can try it on your own. So without further ado, I'm gonna take you guys towards the multi-agent supervisor I have created. And in this agent scenario, first and foremost, we'll be going through it line by line, but you don't have to get overwhelmed with the number of with the number of technical jargons I'm going to use. You don't have to get overwhelmed. You will have the notebook. You can just install the dependencies and then try it on your own. So let's get started with our hands-on exercise. So in the first cell in this code cell, we are installing all the required packages. So it requires langgraph, langchain, and langsmith and pandas libraries, so that they can smoothly run towards it. So in this working session, we'll be creating a supervisor agent which will have access to two different agents. And based on our quotient, it is going to route to a specific agent. All right. So as you mentioned, we have installed our library. So the warnings, you can neglect them. You don't have to worry about it. Just the version of pip that actually gets updated again and again. So you don't have to worry about it. And then you set the environment variables. So we'll be using Tavily search. We'll be using Tavily search for our web search tool, and we'll be using OpenAI API key for getting the responses and using GPT-4o. So moving forward, we'll see how we're going to create tools for this agent, how we are going to set up the nodes, how we are going to set up the state for this agent, and then we're going to move forward to this. All right. So before I go into the intricate details of this tool, let me actually have a slide deck, a plain slide deck, so that I can explain each block cell again and again. Let me copy and paste all of them here, and then we can have a discussion on it. Okay, just give me a minute. I'm going to create a new slide. Take the screenshot of this, because this is the way of I like to teach. Instead of running over the code, I would love to explain it using the screenshots, so that it is easier for you guys to actually absorb all of this. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go back to sharing the screen. All right. So as I mentioned earlier, that the supervisor, you can call them as agent, or you can call them as tools.